Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can tell, I've been taking just a little bit of a break. I haven't been producing as many videos lately. Matter of fact, this will be the first one I've done in the last 10 days. I had to take a small hiatus because I just wanted to catch up with me. Regardless of what your ambitions are and everything, you always have to take care of yourself. And, just taking a little bit of a break and step back allowed me to go out and do a little bit of flying with my Autel Evo 2, with my DJI Air 2S. I did some lakefront property flights, and it was just absolutely amazing. I've gone twice now because I just like the venue so much. And another thing that I've gotten to do is actually pull out my trombone and do a little bit of practicing and getting ready for some holiday concerts that I get to do every year. So I'm real excited about that. And did some stuff around the house, made my wife a couple little projects for her business, and just doing things, and we all have to step back and take a break sometimes. During the time that I was taking my little break, Olafus reached out to me. Olafus. Sorry. They sent some floodlights for me, and at first I was like, floodlights, what am I going to do with floodlights? You can use them inside, but one thing about them inside, they're 60 or 50 watt IP66. We'll talk about what that means here in a second. But they do generate a little bit of heat. So when you have that many lights in your studio, you don't want to have any that produce heat because they can pile up on you, and then before you know it, it's a sweat box and you're trying to film as soon as possible and get it all done and rush through all of your tech reviews or whatever you're trying to do just to get out of the heat. So I'm primarily going to use these for what they were intended for, and that's outside. Every year for Halloween, I like to take my lights, and I take all kinds of studio lights out there, and I'll do my fog machine and put my yard decorations out and create that ambiance of that Halloween effect with lightning effects and all this other stuff. But having floodlights now, I could actually leave this light all year around and use them for Christmas time. Do the reds and the blues and the greens to match all my other lights outside when I'm decorating for Christmas. And Halloween, you use my oranges and purples and the greens. And having this possibility will allow me now to not have to take so much equipment outside. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to mount these on my back porch when I'm having pool parties. So during the summertime, I can turn on different colors because my pool, it also changes different colors. Big surprise there, right? And I will place these on each end of the house, and they do serve as floodlights, and they are extremely bright. And the remote control is your standard remote for a lot of your RGB lights, and you probably have about 100 of these if you have a studio or if you have a lot of RGB lighting strips and such. These are the cheapest to produce and the most effective, and they last forever. And all you have to do is change the batteries. There's a little battery port in the bottom here, and you're off to the races again. But this one has the entire rainbow effect of colors and all kinds of programmable effects. And you can fade in and out. You've got your party effects, and then you've got your flash. And then, just like I said, you can change any color that you want. So they gave me 2 of these, one for each light. And they did come in the same package. And it's a package of 2, but they gave me 2 of these. So one for each light. But you can use one for both of the lights and keep the other one in a drawer. Just label it and keep it on standby just in case something happens to the first one. Now let's talk about the lights themselves. Of course, it's on a cord. It's got about a 2-foot cord, and it's a 2-prong, no protection from ground there, which I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. And it's got an IP66 on it. Now, that means ingress protection. Ingress protection is the first number on any of these. If you see IP on anything that has something to do with protecting the electronics on the inside, the first number is going to be solid. The second number is going to be liquid. So the first number is the level of protection against solids, and then the second number is the protection against liquids. Now, for this matter, we're going to be hanging these underneath an awning and be able to adjust these outside for around the pool, the back porch, or the front porch when I'm doing my yard decorations and such. But We're more concerned about that second number because that's, of course, what I just said, the liquid protection. Now, that does not mean that these are submergible. This just means that it's protected against a direct spray or direct stream of water without getting water inside, but it cannot be submerged. A 7, of course, you can be submerged, but just for a second. An 8 is submerged up to a certain limit, and so on and so forth. So if you want to know more about that, if you see these, that's not a model number. That's actually telling you the type of ingress protection that you're going to get when you're using electronics outside. Now I just want to demonstrate to you the brightness of these because this is going to be at full brightness. And one of the cool things I like about these lights, and a lot of them don't have this, is the fact that it remembers the last setting that it was on. So if you have it set on an automatic timer or an app in your house and you've got it set to come on at a certain time or in tandem with other things, you don't have to worry about readjusting the color temperatures. Stand by because these things are really bright. For a 50-watt light, this is extremely bright, but it is a floodlight. And good gosh, that is so bright. Wow, that's ridiculous. Oh God. And then you got the ability to change all of the colors. That's not so bad. And then you've got greens and then blues and then any combination thereof. And then you can do your automatic functions and you can have it change different things. So you can play with the different settings with the buttons themselves, but I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because that's crazy. Now let's see how dim they get, and that could be a nice thing to have, especially if you have them on your back porch or something and you're hosting a party. Let's go back to, say, just a regular white, and we're going to dim it down a lot. All right, so that's dimmed all the way down. So that pretty much covers the Olafus RGB LED floodlight. What else can you ask for? It's a solid device with a very thick piece of plastic that is protected from the elements on the inside. It's got a nice plastic case to it, and you don't have to worry about the weather messing it up over time. And it's bright enough to light anything around your house or in your studio if you want some sort of accent lighting that will pretty much blind everybody in the house. So again, I hope you enjoyed this, and again, happy holidays. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell. Please stay tuned because we've got a lot of products coming, and 2022 is going to be a very big year for us, and we're very excited about it. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.